Molinari, and joining me is Sean Ramjag Singh. I said that wrong.
You're close.
Say it one more time.
Ramjag Singh, you got it.
Ramjag Singh, thank you so much, Sean. He is here with NHL 15, and we're going to talk about all the amazing power of the PS4 and what it's going to do for hockey. So talk to me a little bit about what we've been able to do with the game dynamics for this game that we haven't been able to do in hockey before.
Yeah, you know, ever since we announced NHL 15 coming out for the PS4, the question we get from all our fans is, what does the power of the console get you? And our answer is, we can literally change everything. We can run more code under the hood, we can do more math, we can have higher resolution textures, more physics, really changing everything with our gameplay and presentation. So what we've done this year is overhauled our player model from the ground up, brand new physics in our game, 12 people being in play physics at any one time, brand new puck physics, brand new presentation package, NBC in the game, new commentators, over 35,000 lines of speech, and then, you know, again, when we talk about higher resolution textures, bringing those arenas to life with every single detail. We're from Vancouver, Canucks fans and Kings fans, and you know, our developers are so passionate about hockey itself. They put every single detail into the ice, to the boards, the tunnel, just getting every little detail correct. So really, with NHL 15, we've changed everything in the game.
So that was a lot of information that we were just going through right there. So I want to break it down a little bit. Let's talk about some of the physics of the game first, because that's really what blew me away. We have full-on 12-player collision physics. So we're talking about secondary. We're talking about net scrambles. We're going to do everything across the ice. So were you using the EA Sports Ignite to get this done?
That's right. You know, in Gen 3 and PS3, it was limited to single player-on-player collisions, which is great. Our fans loved it. Reviewers loved it. But now, because we have more power, we want all 12 players on the ice to be in physics at any one time. You're watching the playoffs now. You're watching the way the Kings are scoring goals. They're just crashing the net on the Rangers.
You're doing this to me because you know I'm a Rangers fan. He's killing me up here.
Crash on the net, and you know, you're seeing pile-ups, and it's just desperation hockey, and we're seeing that, and that's what we want to replicate in our game. And the great thing about physics is, you know, when you take the game home, every single game you can see something different, because it's just literally physics doing what physics would do in the real world and dropping that into our game. So dynamic, emergent gameplay because of the physics, 12-player physics, and leveraging the power of the console.
Let's talk a little bit about the puck physics, because in a lot of times in a hockey game, the puck slides across the ice. But in real life hockey, you know, it bounces, it rolls, it has all these little different changes in angles and directions. So you were telling me a really cool story backstage about the puck physics. So why don't you share that with us?
Yeah, puck physics for us is one of those things that, you know, our fans have told us could always get better. You get really immersed in the experience, and then the puck takes a bad bounce, an unrealistic bounce, and it takes you out there, and it reminds you you're still playing a video game. So what we want to do is redo our puck physics from the ground up this year. And, you know, when we did estimates on how long it was going to take, engineers were saying it might take 2-3 years. That's a long time to get puck physics in. And we were lucky enough to have a person, an engineer, that worked on the Hadron Collider in Geneva, which is that big thing where they smash particles together and create black holes. It's about as much as I can speak to it. So we got a physicist that came over. Within 10 months, he has puck physics in our game. And literally, just like the player physics, all he's doing, we have a proper puck model in the game, and it's just doing what physics would do in the real world, looking at the velocity of the puck, what piece of the equipment is hitting the jersey, hitting the equipment underneath, and then reacting appropriately. So it's again, just modeling the real world, bringing that into our game and running all the math, leveraging the power of the console to run all that math under the hood to have realistic puck bounces.
And that's not the only thing that's realistic. I mean, as far as the gameplay, it's amazing. Also, the players themselves, you actually did 3 separate layers for the players. You have the player's body, then you have their equipment, and then you have the actual jerseys on top of that. So talk about how all the different layers are working together to make it a more realistic experience.
Yeah, and again, on PS3, we had to take some liberties, but now with the power of PS4, what we're able to do is break that player down. If you actually took the jersey off on the PS3, the player actually looked more like a Michelin man, is what people call it. This year what we have, though, is we've modeled the body of the player, modeled the equipment on top of that, and then using some technology from the fashion industry, we're able to drop the jersey over top. And what that means is, as the player is moving, you get realistic movement, the jersey's moving with every action the player makes, and it's respecting the equipment underneath as well. So a player scores a goal, you're going to see some of the equipment underneath the player's arms. And then we just talked about the puck physics. So now, that puck, think of a goalie, the puck's going to hit the cloth, react to the cloth, then hit that piece of equipment, whatever piece of equipment is at whatever angle that puck is at, and then react accordingly. So the puck this year now is going places the puck has never gone before because of the puck physics and that new player model. So it's really, really exciting for us.
That is really exciting. It's so exciting for the fans. And then as well as, you know, it affecting the players, the ice itself gets affected. So the longer you're playing the game, like you were saying, like you're on the offense the whole time, that offensive side is going to get torn up and the defensive side is going to be all nice and clear. Yeah,
I mean, we have hockey nuts making our game. This year we have dynamic wear, so if you control the play in the offensive zone for the entire period, the offensive zone is going to be all scuffed up, the defensive zone will be crystal clear. And then as the ice starts to wear and tear, you're going to see the puck get different bobbles off of it. You make a pass on the ice through the scuffed up ice. It's going to lay a nice clear path there. With the multiplayer physics, you knock a guy over and you slide along the ice. You're going to see the clearing of the ice as well. So for us, that's what PS4 means to us. It's the ability to do all that, get all those details correct, and really replicate the real world of hockey.
Yeah, and not only are we replicating the real world of hockey on the ice, you guys have done an amazing job replicating the world of hockey that surrounds the ice, the arenas, the fans. There's some crazy fans. I like how it changes depending on which arena you go to.
Yeah, the detail in every single one of arenas. You know, we have all the arenas modeled properly this year, up to 18 to 21,000 seats in each arena. The detail is just unbelievable. Again, the guys that are working on this, they'd go home at night, see something on TV, they'll watch a Rangers game and see something in MSG and say, you know what, I saw this in MSG, it's not in our game right now. How do we get that in and just put it in the next day? We've got the fans filling all the seats in there. We've got the super fans in there. We've got people in the front row not paying attention, taking selfies of themselves and reacting late.
The selfie culture has invaded NHL 15. I love it. That's amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the great thing about MSG, I know you're a Rangers fan, the great thing about MSG is the unique geometry where the seats don't actually come all the way down to ice level, and you have players, you have people, secondary characters walking around. So we have all of that in there too, just really bringing those arenas to life.
Amazing. The amount of research that has to go into getting all those little nuances is really a testament to the work you guys have put into this game.
Yeah, and again, I can't speak this enough, but making hockey in Vancouver, where we have a team of developers that are not only developers but also consumers of the project as well. So that goes miles for us.
And now we've got some NBC broadcasters actually joining the game. How did they get involved?
Yeah, well, one of the core pillars for us is great gameplay, and we've taken some liberties with our presentation in the past. We knew going to the new console, going to the PS4, we had to come big with our presentation. So now, with the NBC agreement that we have, NBC Sports Network is going to be in our game. What you see on TV on Sundays and Wednesdays when you're watching hockey in the U.S. is exactly what you're going to see in our game. And then also, to go hand in hand with that, we've got brand new commentators. It's interesting. Every year we put the game out, we put our first screenshot out, put our first video out, and the feedback is, awesome screenshot, awesome video, can you please change the commentators? So this year, happy to announce Doc Emmerich, Eddie Olczyk, and then Ray Ferraro from TSN, one of the best color men in Canada, as part of our commentating group. Already over 35,000 lines of speech in the game. And we wanted
will it change, like based on how you're playing? They're going to do live broadcasting, so if you make a really, really bad pass, they'll call you out on it?
Absolutely, and that's what we have. We have Ray Ferraro down at the ringside, so we can speak to what's going on between the benches. He's got a different angle for all the replays. We spent a lot of time just studying the NBC broadcast and the camera angles that they use to replicate that. Really just want our game to look like what you see on TV.
It really does. The detail is amazing. I know we've been showing some of the trailer here, and it's so gorgeous and it's so seamless looking. It really does look like live hockey. That's real cool. Now we actually are going to have an announce date. You guys just announced that it's going to be coming out in September.
Coming up September 9th?
September 9th, we have that confirmed, so that's awesome.
Yes.
We'll have that for fall. And then we actually have not forgotten about our fans that have PS3s. You guys have a little extra bonus for the PS3 version.
Yeah, last year we included an NHL 94 Anniversary Edition, where it's literally taking you back to the old school of hockey. 2-button controls, over-the-top hits, easy for anybody to pick up and play, whether you're a hockey fan or not a hockey fan. Just get out there, throw big hits, score lots of goals, and talk some smack to your buddies. So that'll be in PS3 this year.
Awesome. All right, John, well, thank you so much. 94 was a good year for me, so I'm fine with that one.
Parting.
PlayStation